होता है कि तबीयत खराब भी हो ना, क्लास लेने से मूड अच्छा हो जाता है मेरा.
मैं बन लिख देता हूँ.
Hello, good evening. How are you guys? My name is Raj and I am the faculty and the anchor for the session today. Come fast. As of now, I can't see any response on the screen, so we'll wait for a couple of minutes. The connection is excellent. As of now, I am the only one in the chat right now. Okay. All right, so we have a few people now. Can you please respond in the chat so that I know that we are connected? Yes, Nived, hello. Good evening. Hello, Ronak. Nice. It's good to see some people here. Shilaka Sitaram Reddy. Did I pronounce your name correctly? Okay, that's good. That's good. So we have 5 people till now. All right. Just share anything about yourself, whether you're in 11th standard or in 12th standard. Mention that first. Hello, Manas. Icarus, I am good. Icarus, did I pronounce your name correctly? There is a lag in the data that passes through YouTube system. So whenever I speak something, perhaps it reaches you 30 seconds later. Okay. So Ronak is in 11th. Okay. Chilaka is in 12th. Okay. Good, good, good. Manas is 12th passed. Wow. So 3 responses and all 3 are in different years. That's nice. Anshika is in 12th. Hello, Anshika. How many of you are preparing for IPMAT? I assume all of you, right? Okay. All right, let's start with the work that we have. My name is Raj. I have been teaching for quantitative ability, QA, quant जिसको हम बोलते हैं. I teach quantitative ability, mathematics, and I also teach LRDI for exams like CAT. For CAT, I have been teaching for almost 25 years now. Next month, I'm going to complete 25 years of teaching for CAT. IPMAT, I have been teaching since inception. It started in 2011, so since then, I have been teaching. That is almost 14 years now. When IPMAT started, there was only one institute under IPMAT, and that was IIM Indore. Now, I suppose there are 3 that कौन सा है IPM Rohtak, and there is one more, है ना. IMB DB results date. Check on the website. Yeah, information is very easy to find these days, है ना. In today's session, yeah, what is the purpose or what is the agenda of the session today? Okay, first of all, how many of you are comfortable with my voice, with my language? Is my voice clear to you? Is my pronunciation, is my speech clear to you? And is there any person who does not understand Hindi? Is there any trouble with the mix of Hindi or English that I use? So please respond in the message so that I know what changes I need to make. And I'm preparing for IPMAT from office coaching. Okay. I almost covered my quants part, but don't know how to exactly prepare for higher math section. That's exactly the agenda of today's session, Nived. We will discuss that in detail. Alright, so Vatsal says comfortable. Please be in English. Chilaka says in English. Okay, Chilaka, one very important thing. Even if I speak something in Hindi, nothing to worry. I would have already repeated it or spoken it in English also. So nobody is going to miss out on anything. Just that I am a proud Hindi speaker, so sometimes Hindi words I use. Okay, so don't worry about that. Manas says I am from Kerala, but I know Hindi. Fantastic, Manas. That's great to know. What do you think about IMB DB cutoffs? Manas, cutoff is a simple information, है ना, वो website वगैरह से मिल जाएगा. So just check it wherever it is, है ना. Okay. Alright, so in today's session, I'm going to talk about the quant section, the math section. I'll talk about the entire IPMAT paper with a little bit focus on the quant section. The kind of questions, topics that they ask, questions that they ask, and how to prepare. Most importantly, as Nived said, how to prepare for quant. And one very important segment that we are going to discuss in detail is higher maths. Higher maths segment in IPMAT. Okay, this is what is the agenda. You can keep asking. I'll be able to see your questions on the screen in front of me, and I'll try to answer as much as possible. Arth says, I'm fine with quant syllabus but not good with arithmetic. Please tell something. I'll do that. Arth, in sequence, I have covered all these questions. In sequence, I'll discuss all that. Okay. How long does it take to prepare for IPMAT? IPMAT preparation usually takes around 6 to 8 months for a good preparation. But yeah, it's a competitive exam. So the more time that you can give, better it will be. जितना ज़्यादा आप time लगाएंगे, उतना अच्छा रहेगा. Okay. Yukti. Hello, Yukti. That's good. Okay. So let's start with the work today. First of all, let's take a look at the first question. Some of you or a lot of children keep asking and keep worrying about how much higher maths is required or what is IPMAT higher maths. You have to understand that it is not the exact syllabus of 11th, 12th. Okay. It is not the exact syllabus of 11th, 12th. It is a few topics of 11th and 12th that we need to study, right? Also, when we say, you know, any topic, say for example, matrices determinant. Matrices determinant, usually it is a part of 11th syllabus. But there are questions from this chapter in IPMAT exam, but the questions are not very difficult, okay? Or not as difficult or as lengthy as we study in 11th, 12th standard. So the pattern of asking question would be slightly different. Method of solving question will also be slightly different. They will not be very long questions. Mostly, I mean, in IPMAT exam, we have MCQs. So these topics, even if there is a question, they will be part of MCQs. MCQ solve करने का logic थोड़ा सा अलग होता है, psychology अलग होती है, ठीक है? Right? So then there are other topics like trigonometry. That also is a part of 11th, 12th. But trigonometry is also a part of 10th. In almost every syllabus, whether it is state or CBSE, the part of trigonometry that you study in 10th standard, that only has been slightly expanded for IPMAT exam. Okay, coordinate geometry. This also, okay, tell me how many of you have studied coordinate geometry in 10th standard? Because half or more than half of coordinate geometry is already there covered in 10th standard. So it is a part of 10th syllabus also and 11th syllabus also. This is only 11th. So this one topic you can say that it is from purely 11th standard. Okay. Then another topic that you come across, that is permutation and combination. I'll talk about each topic separately. As of now, I'm just giving you the names of the topics. We'll talk about each one of them separately and how to work on them, prepare on them. PNC probability. PNC probability. Now try and understand that probability has been a part of your 9th and 10th syllabus, is it? Yeah, I asked a question, how many of you have studied coordinate geometry in 10th standard, trigonometry in 10th standard, probability in 9th, 10th standard? Can anyone answer? Can provide concept with marks. I'll do that. Yeah. So I wish to know that Have you studied these topics in 10th standard? कौन कौन सा टॉपिक मैं पूछ रहा हूँ? Trigonometry, coordinate geometry, probability. Have you studied these topics? Here there is one very important word that you will come across, or if you haven't come across till now, I will tell you. It is intuitive approach. Intuitive approach. Now what does that mean? This is entirely different from the methodical theoretical approach that we study in school syllabus. है ना? Now why is it important to understand that? It is because when we solve MCQs, we may not need to go in detail. है ना? हम थोड़ा बहुत solve करके आंसर निकाल सकते हैं. That's the whole point of asking MCQs. So there are a few options there. You may not need to solve the whole thing. आधा करके या थोड़ा ऐसा करके या ऑप्शन चेक करके आप किसी तरह से आंसर्स कर पाएंगे. That is what we mean by saying intuitive approach. All these competitive exams, whether it is CAT or IPMAT, all of them are, or they ask questions based on this intuitive approach. Okay? मतलब मैथमेटिक्स का ज्ञाता नहीं बनना है, मैथमेटिक्स का टीचर नहीं बनना है, मैथमेटिशियन नहीं बनना है if you really want to do well in these exams. Without doing that also you can do well in these exams, right? It's just that your awareness, you know, is when I say matrices, determinant or trigonometry, don't assume the entire trigonometry. Trigonometry is a big subject, determinant matrices is a big subject, right? You don't have to study the entire thing. So the first thing that you need to understand is what part of syllabus out of these chapters is required for us to prepare for these exams. How do we come to know that? For that, I think that the simplest way is following past year question papers. Now that IPMAT exam is 14 years old, 13 years old, we have all those 13 years papers. Go through the papers one by one. You will see that even over the period of 14 years, even the style of asking question has changed. Some of the topics have changed. Some of the topics that were asked earlier, they are not asked anymore. है ना? Initially एक दो बार शुरुआत में integration का भी question पूछा था. But in the last 7-8 years, there has been no question on integration, differentiation, vectors. On these topics, there have been no questions at all. Okay? Now, there is also something called emotion. Now, this is something that is very important. The moment somebody says higher maths, we get really sentimental about 11th and 12th maths. भाई, इसमें एक बहुत important चीज़ है. All these chapters, they are, much lesser difficult as compared to one chapter that is called algebra. I'll just share that with you. I'm going to remove all this. There is a chapter called algebra that you will come across, or that you have been studying since your childhood, isn't it? Algebra started almost in 5th, 6th standard. आप तब से algebra की पढ़ाई कर रहे हो. उसके अंदर क्या क्या होता है? So we have equations, linear equations, we have quadratic, right? So these two chapters or these two topics you have studied in your school. उसके बहुत अच्छे questions होंगे. So there will be some questions which are very tough from these topics only. And they are not 11-12 syllabus. These topics are from 9th and 10th syllabus. Now when I say tough, it would be tough for the people who have not practiced it well. But at the same time, those who have studied in depth, those who have spent good amount of time, those who have practiced different types of questions from that, with that intuitive approach, they will find these questions really easy. There is some extension to these topics only. So once you have done equations and quadratic, these are basic maths. Within the frame of algebra, there are higher math topics also. What are those higher math topics? Those higher math topics are inequalities, which are based on quadratic. Functions and graphs. Functions and graphs. Right? Modulus. And one very interesting topic and an easy topic, that is maxima minima. Right? I'm Shaurya from Bangalore. I'm in grade 11 IBDP course. Okay, that's good. Good to know, Shaurya. Yes, children. Now, till now, whatever information I have shared with you guys, have you been able to understand? Tell me so that Give me the feedback so that I can proceed. Chilaka, do you have any trouble with my language? Or anyone? Do you understand whatever I have just spoken? Whatever I have spoken till now? Please respond in the chat so that I can make necessary changes. Hai? Yeah. Take a deep breath. There are more and more information coming in the next an hour. Okay, fantastic. Okay, good, understood, nice. I am able to understand. Rupal, why are you deleting messages, bacha? Koi baat nahi, rehne do. There is no need to retract or delete message. Okay, थोड़ी सी पिटाई कर दूंगा अगर कुछ गलत हुआ तो, है ना? But don't worry about that. Okay, yeah. So what is important again is the psychology of the exam that we need to understand. You should not be surprised if I say that this is more than selection, it is an exam of rejection. Right? It is an exam of rejection. Right? Yes, I am able to understand. That's good. When can we study maximum minimum where there is no separate chapter available? Yes, exactly. Earth, you have to understand maximum minima is a topic inside the topic of algebra, inside that quadratic, right? So once you have understood quadratic, normal quadratic that you have studied in 8th, 9th, 10th, extension of that is maximum minima, and it is extremely easy. You know, those who are serious, who stay with me for the next half an hour, 45 minutes, अगर आप हड़बड़ी में रहोगे तो कुछ भी नहीं सीख पाओगे. But if you stay, if you listen to everything, I'll give you a couple of examples. The questions will be very, very easy, right? It's just that, you know, sometimes the awareness is an issue. हमें पता नहीं होता that what exactly is going to be asked and so on and so forth. And then there is a psychological fear. Okay? Rupal says prepare from iQuanta, they teach. And Rupal, what about Pitai? Okay. Pitai in the sense, I am very particular. Strict to nahi, but I am very particular about the work that has to be done. Yeah, that's, for me the most important thing is psychology. Hai na Rupal? What do you say? For me as a teacher, the most important thing is psychology. I may be weak in maths, okay? I may be weak in studies, fine. If I have chosen a target, right? Now, are you the only one who has chosen the target? Why have you chosen the target? Have you identified the reasons? You want to appear in IPMAT exam. क्यों करना चाहते हैं आप इसको? Because you want to do MBA. MBA from where? MBA from Jalaram University? नहीं ना. You want to do MBA from IIM, which takes only 150 students. Are you the only one who is so highly motivated or privileged to think of that or to dream of that? Am I making sense? नहीं ना. ऐसे हजारों लोग होंगे सर, ऐसे हजारों हजार लोग होंगे. कितने लोग होंगे मैं बताता हूं. There are 40,000 people that are going to appear in the exam because of the same dream or same agenda or same goal, same target. IIM से MBA करेंगे, we will get a good package. What do I mean by good package? What is the average salary of IIM Indore? Can anyone tell me what is the average salary of IIM Indore? The average salary of IIM Indore would be more than 25-30 lakhs per annum. That means 2 lakh to 3 lakh per month. What do you think? Are people not particular when they pay 2 lakh rupees a month to somebody? Forget 2 lakh. Are you not particular of paying 100 rupees or 200 rupees or 10,000 rupees or 20,000 rupees to anyone? Am I making sense? तो अगर कोई किसी को इतना पैसा देगा, तो what would be their expectation? What would be their expectation? And to be able to fulfill those expectations, what kind of work you need to do? Do you realize that? Am I making sense? Can I see some messages? मैं क्या realize कराने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ? क्या ये बात आपको समझ में आ रही है? Chilaka, do you understand what am I trying to make you realize? Can I see some messages in the chat? Am I making sense to you guys? Are you getting that slight idea of what I am trying to show you? There is a competition, है ना? And everybody is highly equally motivated. And if there is a competition of 40,000 people for 150 seats, bloody hell, isn't that so clear? Isn't it so clear that we need to be the best of the best? Where is the scope of saying I am weak in that, I am good in that? There is no scope, there is no chance of saying that. What has to be done? We have to work for it. है ना बेटा? Work for it. सिर्फ सोचने से नहीं होगा ना. Am I making sense to you guys? There is nothing wrong with having a good dream or a big dream. But the bigger is the dream, is my effort big enough to match the outcome of that dream? See the strength, the power and the feeling that I get just by speaking that thing. Are you guys with me? Are you guys? UP State Construction, अबे तुम्हारा नाम तो बताओ. What is your doubt? Good evening, sir. I'm Vatsal. Okay, Vatsal. And recently I've shifted from maths to other exams. So now when I see this, it is really scary. I am answering, Vatsal, darling. I am answering your question, बेटा. है ना? मैं psychology की बात कर रहा हूँ. If there is a bigger dream, the effort has to be bigger than that. Then only it is going to make sense. है ना? Somewhere you have to start. You know, everybody starts. Somewhere we have to start. And then persist. There will be obstacles. There will be, there will be downturns. Handle those downturns. There will be disappointments. Handle them. Do you understand the word psychology that I had written on the screen earlier? Do you understand that? Yes, मेरे प्यारे बच्चों. क्या मैंने बोला अभी तक? If there is a dream which is big, which has the ability to change your life for good, then what kind of effort does it require? Is it going to be handed over to you? कि अच्छा ये बच्चा बड़ा सुंदर है, इसको बुला लो IIM में, ऐसा होगा? Is that possible? Or somebody is 100-meter race champion, usko bula lo. Is that possible? Does that make sense? Because we are talking about making managers. What does a manager do? Manager kya karta hai? Solves problems. And what kind of problems? Problems on a larger scale. Larger scale. Motivates others. एक manager क्या करता है? दूसरों को motivate करता है भाई. आपको खुद मोटिवेशन की जरूरत रहेगी. हाउ विल यू मोटिवेट अदर्स? यस, डोंट टेक योरसेल्फ टू मच सीरियसली. थिंक व्हाट यू कैन डू, व्हाट यू कैन लर्न. एम आई मेकिंग सेंस? मैसेज करते रहो यार, बिकॉज आई समटाइम्स आई फील दैट पीपल स्लीप. ओके, या आई नो आई एम बोरिंग, आई एम नॉट दैट इंटरेस्टिंग, बट द पॉइंट इज these things are important. You're going to be managers, you're targeting to be managers. What does a manager do? Manager talks to people, manager mixes people, right? Manager gets the work done by others. Manager sets an example. खुद वो example sets करता है. A manager may not be good at doing the work, but he makes sure that the best person does the work. Okay? Mr. Fed, there is nothing to take attention. By taking attention, दुनिया का कोई भी problem solve हुआ है क्या? A problem is solved by doing some work and then continuing that work with the same intensity. Yes? With the same intensity. I think this point everyone needs to be very clear about. You have to be charged enough at all points in time. ठीक है? Let's talk about the technical things, the main agenda. So psychology ठीक करें अपना. Make sure that your psychological situation is fine. Your agenda with life, with work, your commitment, that is there. Just by you cannot keep searching on YouTube that what is the strategy to follow to crack IPMAT. Anybody who has seen the strategies will not be able to successful. Now anyone who has worked on the strategy given, only they can get successful. The issue is, I'm challenging you guys also. Most of us, we keep searching what is the strategy to get into IPMAT. नहीं होगा उससे. You will have to work on the topics one by one. One by one. Fed, Vatsal, this is what is important. One by one in small parts, small targets. ठीक है, मुझे कोई चैप्टर हायर मैथ्स का नहीं आता, कोई बात नहीं, मैं थोड़ा पढ़ूंगा, फिर 2 दिन बाद थोड़ा और पढ़ूंगा, फिर थोड़ा पढ़ूंगा, फिर थोड़ा पढ़ूंगा, एंड सो ऑन. ठीक है ना? Nandini, we need to be aggressive at all times. What exactly is the meaning of aggressiveness? That is what we need to understand. I'll tell you what is the meaning of, Nandini, I'll tell you what is the meaning of being aggressive. If my target is to do 20 questions today, I will not eat my food or I will not sleep tonight unless I have done those 20 questions either by myself or with the help of solution or asking somebody or doing anything for it, but finish it and then only I'll sleep. Do you understand the meaning of aggression? Am I making sense, Nandini? समझ आई बात क्या बोला मैंने? इस तरह का अग्रेशन हमेशा चाहिए, किसी भी काम के करने के लिए चाहिए. Tell me if I am wrong. Tell me if you don't display, or most of you don't display that kind of aggression for many things in your life. कि मम्मी पापा मुझे ये चाहिए, यही चाहिए, and so on and so forth. Is it related? Is it normal life situation that we are in? Most of the things that you do because of your commitment to something, है ना? Your desire to something, and then your aggression to that thing, and then your effort to that thing. Yes? Is that clear? Does that make sense? है ना? Right? So I think पहला स्टेज ये है, साइकोलॉजी क्लियर करें. यस, हायर मैथ्स है, बट हायर मैथ्स कौन पढ़ता है? Who around you, anybody who studies higher maths, उनकी क्या सींग निकली हुई है? नहीं ना. They are also normal children, they are also normal people, and they were not born with mathematical knowledges. They came to earth, they saw something, they decided something, and they worked upon it one by one. I keep saying that, one by one. Break into parts and so on. Small targets, completion of small targets and revision and so on. 12th के बाद प्रिपेयर करना चालू किया हूँ. IIM इंदौर मिल सकता है क्या? प्रमोद, ऐसा there is no blood test, there is no face reading test which can tell you that ऐसा हो सकता है कि नहीं हो सकता है. हाँ, there is one method that is established since the beginning of any of the competitive exams, that if you study hard, if you work really hard, if you learn every concept that is asked in the exam, if you work on them one by one, if you learn them properly, the chances of getting selected becomes very high. That is what is most important thing. Okay? I hope that makes sense to Pramod. Alright, chalo, let's take a look at something more. Should we solve complete class 11, 12th math? I have already said no. Do I need to have maths in 11, 12th? Answer is no. Are you guys with me? पूरा 11, 12 मैथ्स करने की जरूरत है? नहीं. मैंने आपको अभी बताया काफी सारे टॉपिक्स में, आगे भी बताऊंगा. In the next slides I'll take topic wise what all has to be done. ठीक है? Let's see. Let's take a look at the types or the topics that have been asked in the IPMAT exam in the last 5-6 years. So this data is on the basis of last 5-6 years of IPMAT exam. Okay, this analysis that you see, this is what we have. Now these are the maximum number of questions asked in a year, in 1 year. Matlab, in one of the years determinant matrices has 3 questions. Function modulus, अचानक से एक साल उन्होंने 5-6 क्वेश्चन पूछ दिए. From trigonometry they asked around 4-5 questions. Logarithm 3-4 questions. Inequality 3-4 questions. Permutation combination 2-3. Probability around 1-2 and other topics which are normal, very simple. Set theories, AP, GP, straight lines, coordinate geometry. These are all anyways 10th standard topic. Okay, I've included them because they are also studied in 11, 12th in detail. Okay. Yes, यहाँ तक ठीक है? We'll talk about that one by one. Now, does it mean that these questions are, or these number of questions are asked every year? No, not at all. In one of the years there may be more questions, the next year less questions. Also the topics vary. अगर किसी साल फंक्शन मॉडल्स के ज़्यादा क्वेश्चन है तो हो सकता है ट्रिग्नोमेट्री और लॉग के थोड़े कम क्वेश्चंस हो. एंड ऑल दैट द एविडेंस इज देयर इन द लास्ट 5-6 years पेपर्स ऑफ IPMAT एग्जाम. दिस डजंट मीन दैट यू सिंपली ऐड ऑल ऑफ देम. ये ऐड करोगे तो पूरा कितना 20-25 क्वेश्चंस का अराउंड बनता है. नहीं, इतने नहीं होते हैं. There are 12 to 15 questions of higher maths in all in an exam. Please note it down carefully. From higher maths in the IPMAT exam, you have around 12 to 15 questions. Wait a second, I think the screen has gone. Can you see the screen? No. Can you hear my voice? You can reply in the chat. The screen is not visible, I suppose. Just a second. Wait. What just happened? There is a technical glitch. Don't worry, it will be back. The screen will be back. The screen will be back. Yes, I know. I'm just checking that. Why did that happen? Yeah, is it visible? No, it is not yet visible. I'll just call somebody. Please hold on. Okay. Voice is audible. Okay. It came, went. It's coming and going. The camera connection is not working properly. I believe now the screen is there. Yeah. Now I think we have the screen. Yeah. So don't get bogged down by such issues in life also, while preparation also. You just keep focusing on your work. You just carry on with your work. Keep working on small things. It will always happen that even after studying the chapter, you're not able to do questions. No problem with that. Solve twice, solve thrice. Take help of solutions. Take help of teachers, faculties, friends. Whatever is there, just keep working on that. Keep using those things. Okay, so what I was saying was that total number of higher maths questions, total number of maths questions in IPMAT exam is 45. Okay, out of those 45, around 12 to 15 questions are from higher maths. You will be surprised when I talk about the cutoffs. And the remaining questions, which is around 30 to 32 questions, are from normal maths, quantitative ability. And when I say normal maths is purely the topics from 6 to 10 standard. Higher maths, the topics which are also a part of 9th, 10th and mainly 11th, 12th. The ones that we have already talked about, these are the chapters. Okay. So one thing that you need to simply remove from your mind, that if I don't do higher maths, I will not be able to get selected in IPMAT. That is a wrong logic. First thing, that is the first thing, because higher maths के questions बहुत ही कम होते हैं. Okay. Do we need to start doing mocks first, or prior to it we need to complete the syllabus? Obviously we need to study first, Nandini, and then we need to go to mocks, not before that. All right. Let's take a look at the, okay, just देखो, this is the paper structure of IPMAT. This is the paper structure of IPMAT. ध्यान से देखिए, there are total 90 questions, 360 marks. Out of this 90 questions, there are a total of 15 questions in quantitative ability which are short answer, and in this there is no negative marking. and there are 30 questions, 4 marks each in the normal quantitative ability, which are MCQs, right? Verbal ability 180 marks, which is 45 questions. So 45 questions in verbal ability, total 45 questions in quant, divided into 2 parts, 15 questions in short answer and 30 questions in MCQs. ये 30 और 15 मिला के इस पूरे में से around 12, 13, 14 questions are from higher maths. So we still have more than 30 questions from normal maths. Normal maths, when I say normal maths, what is the normal maths? Arithmetic. In arithmetic, what all do you have? Percentage, profit loss, right? Ratios, simple interest, compound interest, time, speed, distance, time and work, right? This is arithmetic. Then you have numbers. Numbers has a very good contribution. Then you have a little bit of geometry, right? Numbers, geometry and algebra. I've already mentioned that algebra has 2 parts. One is the lower segment, one is the higher segment. The lower segment in algebra would be equations and quadratic. So these are the topics which will contribute around 30 questions. And these are the topics that you have studied in your school. All those who have done 10th would have studied these topics. Okay. UP state construction, iQuanta books and the assignments that are given to you and the mock test series, all wholesome, all combined together is more than enough. You know, even we have seen instances in actual exams of 2024 where at least 15 questions were either directly from the books that we had given or discussed in the class or based on them. Okay? Did you get that? At least 15-16 questions which are either directly from the book or based on the questions given in the book. So what is important to understand that whatever course we do or whatever books that we have, the assignments that we have, they are targeted for different exams. So for example, if you are working for IPMAT, you will get the targeted questions, targeted material, targeted designed set of questions. And that is the advantage. And that's why I keep saying that कि काम बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं करना है, काम सही करना है, सही तरीके से करना है. Did you understand that? It's not about simply the quantity of the work. It is the quality of the work and how much to do, when to do, how to do, that is more important. Is that clear? Is it making sense to you guys? Did you understand UP state construction? नाम भूल गया मैं तुम्हारा. Yes, my children? Okay, so before I go to the next slide, ask your questions. See what all do you have. Now this is the cutoff, 172 marks. This was CAT 2024, IPMAT 2024 cutoff. So somebody who got 172 marks out of 360, which is even less than 50%, less than half of it. Less than half of it. Sectional cutoff होता है बेटा, बताता हूँ. Dave, I'll tell you. Sectional cutoff होता है. बिल्कुल होता है. Okay? So 172 marks, you get a call for the interview. Now here there is a tricky part that you need to understand. Initially I had mentioned that there are 150 seats. Let's say IPMAT Indore की बात करें. But they call around 800 people. And this number may go up. They call 800 students for interview. What does that mean? That means they are giving you a chance. If you have got a good score, if you have cleared a certain cutoff, okay, they call you for the interview and then they check what do they check in interview? Can anyone tell me? Interview में क्या check करते हैं? Mathematics, English तो check कर लिया test में. Can anyone tell me what do they check in the interview? They check your personality. Where do I write? I'm going to remove this. In the interview, they check your personality. Okay? They check your attitude. ये बंदा सीखने वाला है कि नहीं है, लोगों के साथ मिलकर काम करने वाला है कि नहीं है, मैनेजरियल एबिलिटीज है कि नहीं है. और मैनेजरियल एबिलिटी एट दिस एज इट इज चेक्ड बाय द मैनरिज्म. बहुत छोटी बातें कर रहा हूं मैं, बहुत सिंपल बातें कर रहा हूं. मैनरिज्म और मैनर्स आर टू डिफरेंट थिंग्स. Manners are a part of mannerism. Mannerism is about handling pressure situation, handling pressure or difficult situations. Are you getting this? Difficult situations. You know, the ability to solve a problem, not to increase the problem. ठीक है? Ability. Body language is a part of that. You're right, Vatsal. Are we together? Are you guys with me? समझ आ रही है बातें? Okay, so what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that perhaps 172 marks, even if I get an interview call, is that enough? Is that sufficient? नहीं. उसके बाद भी you have to be, very particular about the process of interview. Your answers should be very clear, very simple. And not hi-fi, not made up. Your honesty will be checked. Okay, your patience will be checked. In the interview, there will be one person who will just look at you like this. When you enter the interview, there will be 4 or 5 big guys, and one of them will just look at you and will try to ignore you also. So what are they doing? They're trying to create a psychological pressure situation just to see how you react to that. Okay, I'll take up the sectional cutoff, don't worry. Okay, look at the sectional cutoff. These are the sectional cutoff. In the table, the sectional cutoff is given. Look at that. In the quant section, short answer, I need 24 score to clear it. In the quant section MCQ part, which is 120 marks, I need 35 to clear it. Do you understand that to get 24, you need only 6 questions right? For 35, you need 9 questions right. So 9 plus 6, 15 out of 45. यार उतना तो मैं बिना हायर मैथ्स के भी कर सकता हूं ना. Remember, out of 45 we have around 15 questions of higher maths and 30 questions of lower maths. So even from the normal arithmetic numbers, algebra, I can get at least 15 out of those 30. So even if I am not doing anything in a higher maths, I can still clear the cutoff technically. But to do better, to increase my chances, यहाँ पे ये एक important बात है, to increase my chances of my conversion, I need to score much more than this. And to score more than this, I need to make sure that I work on my lower maths as well as higher maths. ठीक है? So what does that mean? That means I cannot ignore any topic. ये बात आप कहीं पे लिख के अपने सामने बोर्ड पे चिपका लो. You cannot ignore any chapter. You cannot ignore any segment. You cannot ignore any topic. Is that clear? Do you understand that? आप ये नहीं सोच सकते कि देश का सबसे बड़ा एग्जाम आफ्टर 12th मैनेजमेंट का एग्जाम you can clear just by studying a portion of the syllabus. No, that is not possible. Make sure that you have studied every topic. It may happen that you may not be equally good in every topic. It may be possible that you may not be equally good in every topic, but you should have studied every topic. You may be weak in some of them, you may be strong in some of them. That is okay, that's fine. On the basis of this, your test attempt strategy will be decided. There is one more very important thing about cutoff that you need to understand. In English, everybody scores. Do you see that? Out of 180, 113 marks is the cutoff. तो इसमें तो आपको भी करना ही पड़ेगा. The difference creator will be this segment. Because here in maths, in quantitative ability, not everybody is able to get a good score for various reasons. The reasons we have already discussed, like psychology, fear and many things. Are you with me? यहां तक समझ में आ रहा है? So एक बार लास्ट वाला पॉइंट रिपीट करता हूं. In English, everybody is scoring, so you will also have to score. The difference creator will be the score in quantitative ability. And to ensure a higher score in quantitative ability, you need to make sure that you study every topic from higher maths, from lower maths. If you leave anything, you are anyways reducing your chances of the final selection. Yeah, I don't see any messages. Please respond and tell me if you understand till now. Yes, no, anything? हाँ कि ना बोलो भाई. Chilaka, you're there? Are you able to follow whatever I'm saying? Didi, who is now in I am Ranchi, so she says that the exam is the easiest part. PI is that's what I also believe, where most students fail. Is that correct? It's not like that they fail, it's a test, right? And it's a comparative test, right? It's 150 students out of 150 seats are there, and for that they call for interview at least 800 people. So obviously out of these 800, 650 people will not get selected. Are you getting my point? So if 650 people are not getting selected, what could be the reason? It's just that the remaining 150 people would have done slightly better performance in interview. They would be slightly better in presentation of their ideas, their thought processes, their speeches, their answers, their psychological handling of pressure situations, and so on and so forth. Okay? Okay, so you can also see category wise, these are the sectional cutoffs and overall cutoff and so on and so forth. Okay? So what all I have explained, what is the summary of this slide? Study every topic. You cannot leave any topic or any part of the exam on at your convenience. To make sure that you get अच्छा दूसरा एक और बात, you never know the questions that come in the exam from which chapter are from which chapter specifically. दूसरा, you never know which chapter will contribute difficult questions in the exam in a particular year, or which chapter will contribute easy question in the exam. ये बात समझ में आई? There is no prior announcement that there will always be a difficult question from, let's say, higher maths, because that doesn't happen. Okay? It is not necessary that every question of logarithm or every question of matrices determinant or every question of permutation combination is difficult only. No, it is not possible. Are we clear? Are we getting this point? I'll just go back to a previous slide. For example, look at this. If I'm saying function modulus 3 to 5 to 6 question, it is not necessary that each question of this every year that has been asked is difficult. Why? Because I know that till now from function modulus there have been around 20 questions in the past years. Out of these 20 questions, there are 15 questions which are extremely easy. So if you have done the basic concepts, even though this topic is from higher maths, it will be really, really easy for you to solve. Are you with me? ये बात समझ आई? Also, the remaining 5 questions which were difficult, they were not asked in the same year. Also, you have an option of skipping the question when you are not able to understand and we are not able to solve. Is it clear? Did we understand that? Keep messaging so that I know that I am connected. है ना? Yes? All right. Now, one thing that I just said is study every topic. Now, can I just scan any topic? Answer is very clear, no. The way the question is framed, the framing of question, the language of question. See, the questions are prepared by some very highly qualified individuals. They are good at their job, they are good at their work. So they'll make sure that the language is very, very good. Language of the question is very good. Logical, good English. I mean, fortunately, unfortunately, the medium of instruction is English, right? So good English is used, logical questions are given. So children who have just done upar ka kaam, superficial work, will not be able to do the questions. So the idea is that whatever you study in depth. Whatever you study. और कितना भी क्वांटिटी, वॉट एवर इज द क्वांटिटी दैट यू स्टडी, मेक श्योर दैट यू हैव स्टडीड इन डेप्थ. जितना भी आपको समझ में आता है वो ध्यान से करिए. सो एटलीस्ट however weak in maths you are, आप चाहे मैथ्स में कितने भी खराब हो, you can do the basic concepts of every chapter, no? So that if there is a direct formula based question, if there is a direct question which is direct formula based or something, at least those questions you should be able to do. As I said, you never know that which chapter will contribute a difficult question and which chapter will contribute an easy question. Are we together? समझ आ रहा है यहां तक? अरिथमेटिक अरिथमेटिक का क्या बताना बेटा? अच्छा बताता हूं. ठीक है. राइट. सो once you start preparation, then you focus on your preparation. You will have to give time. आसानी से नहीं होगा, है ना? Give enough or sufficient time. चलो ये तो मैं थोड़ा माइल्डली बोल रहा हूं. Let me speak the way I think. It is going to happen only in the situation if you are giving everything to it. As simple as that. अभी भी थोड़ा माइल्डली बोला ना रूपल? Okay, I'll make it a little more serious. Boss, you cannot have everything in life because there is no balance. How can there be a balance if they are selecting 150 people out of 40,000 people? Can there be? Is this a balanced logical statement to you? Can anyone comment on that? 40,000 बच्चों में से 150 बच्चों को सेलेक्ट कर रहे हैं, क्या वो बैलेंस है? तो how can you balance your life? That you have to go to a function, marriage, you have to spend time with friends, you have to watch a movie, you have to follow your hobby and do things and clear IPMAT also. Bullshit, नहीं होगा. I am very clear about that. अगर हुआ तो ठीक है, वो थोड़ा अलग बात होगी शायद. Is that clear? Is my intent clear? Am I giving you the right picture? हवाबाजी से नहीं होगा. अगर सिंपल हिंदी में बोले तो चिलाका, surfacial work will not lead to this. It needs serious work. It needs serious work. ठीक है? I cannot do other things in my life which give me joy, which give me happiness, spend time with family and all those things and clear these things also. It is going to be very difficult. Precisely it is going to be really, really difficult. It needs time. It needs more than the required time. It needs all your time that you spend with any other activity which is non-academic. It needs all your time that you spend on Instagram or wandering around on the road or spending time with friends somewhere, doing something, talking, discussion, anything. All those times it will need that. ठीक है? अगर हम चाहें कि 2 घंटा डेली मस्ती भी कर लें, थोड़ा ना लाइफ में बैलेंस चाहिए, नहीं होगा, बैलेंस से नहीं होगा. Am I clear in my intent in communicating the exact situation to you guys with all my heart? Because I have been seeing it over a period of time, I have become immune to it. I cannot say कि अरे मजे मजे में हो जाएगा. अरे नहीं होगा ना, मजे मजे से नहीं होगा, काम करने से होगा. Work consistently. Now what is the meaning of consistently? Consistently means you devote a time, let's say 3 hours every day. And then come what may, बारिश, गर्मी, जाड़ा, शादी, function, anything should not matter. Raksha Bandhan, Diwali, doesn't matter. I have to study 3 hours, I will study 3 hours, and then if any time is left, I'll do something else. ठीक है? If my work is done, if my work is not done in 3 hours, it needs more time, give that time. Do not adjust this. एक मैं बहुत easily देखता हूँ, people adjust their times. There is it's so easy to adjust you out of this 150 in this 40,000. Think like that. Isn't that so easy to adjust anyone out of that 40,000? मैं डरा नहीं रहा हूं, but this is the exact picture. What can you do? You never know what others are doing. You never know how many people have already started their preparation for next year IPMAT just immediately after passing their 10th. They did not even sit for a day. 150 ही चाहिए ना भाई. You never know how many people have already they're like halfway through their preparation. Are you getting my point? So never ever think कि क्या करने से होगा. नहीं, ऐसा कोई formula नहीं है. You have to do everything. You have to do everything that is visible, that is there, or that we share with you कि ये करो on the basis of our experience of past year's paper. Then the chances of getting selection is really, really high. That's the only way to look at it. ठीक है? Never, आज के बाद जिंदगी में कभी भी ये एक वर्ड है, is it enough? Please stop asking that. Yes, my dear children, do you understand that? A lot of people keep asking that कि इतना करने हो जाएगा? Is this enough? Is that enough? No. Answer is no. Answer is no. As simple as that. Keep working on this answer. Do you understand that? खुद से अगर ये सवाल दिमाग में आ रहा है कि मैं इतना कर चुका हूं इस चैप्टर में, is it enough? Tell yourself no. Is that clear? Can you do that? Otherwise, I'll again go back to that statement, 150 out of 40,000. It's so easy to make that adjustment. Yes? Alright, so I'm taking a deep breath. You also do that and ask anything that you want to ask, then I'll go to the next slide. If there is anything that anyone wants to ask, please ask. कुछ है पूछने के लिए अभी? Yeah. Is it clear till now? Okay, good. Chaliye, let's see. You have to understand that the cutoff required for quantitative ability is very low. मैं फिर से एक चीज रिपीट कर देता हूं यहां पे. That doesn't mean that you study less. Are you getting this point? Cutoff is low, so study less? नहीं. Study everything so that something that comes in the exam matches your memory. Okay? Sectional cutoff, I think I have already discussed, Shaurya. I have already discussed, this is the sectional cutoff. Just take a look at it. If you want to take a screenshot of it, do that. This is the sectional cutoff. Every section is here. This is QA section. QA के अंदर दो section. One is short answer, one is MCQ. And this is verbal ability, English. Alright? Okay, can we go ahead now? Yes, children? Yeah. Can we go ahead? Okay, chalo, I'll give you something more. Right. This is how to properly analyze mock. I'll come to that. SA1, I'll come to that. Okay. We keep saying higher maths, but we need to understand that higher maths has less number of questions, 12 to 15 questions only. Rest of the questions are from lower maths, so to say, which is 6th to 10th maths, and there we have around 30 to 33 questions. And the cutoff total is around 15 questions. So combining both, ऐसा safe जैसा कुछ होता नहीं है, but we can at least target around 20 questions so that our chances of getting final selection, because the final selection, your performance in written test and your interview performance, everything will be counted. So if you have already performed extraordinary in the written test, the chances of getting final admission is always higher. It becomes higher. Okay? You have to understand that this IPMAT exam or any such competitive exam, it's a stream neutral exam. Anybody can appear. Science ka ho, commerce ka ho, arts ka ho, hai na? So they will not ask questions which are too technical. No questions which are too technical. Which are too technical. What does that mean? They will not ask question on vectors. Vectors is a pure core science topic. They will not ask questions on debit and credit of accounts. because they are core stream based areas, right? They won't usually, nowadays they definitely don't ask integration differentiation, because जो science का बच्चा होगा, जो maths का बच्चा होगा, सिर्फ वही कर पाएगा. Am I making sense? And that is why more number of questions are there from the topics or the things that everybody has studied in the school, like arithmetic, percentage, profit loss, simple interest, time speed distance, equations, algebra, river boat, all those things. Okay? Now, if you did not do well in 10th, यहाँ पे तो लिखा है that if you were good in 10th it will be easier, but if you did not, then what? Then obviously, very simple. See, what is the solution if I was not good in 10th? If I was not good in 10th, then I need to revise everything. So that is further demand of time. This is the only way of doing it. आप चाहे 1000 लोगों से भी पूछ लो कि IPMAT कैसे क्लियर करते हैं और क्या करते हैं. No method which will be without this. You have to revise everything. I'm coming to ऐसे हड़बड़ाओ मत. Don't be in a hurry. Okay. I got 134 in PYQ IPMAT 2024. Was that? I would say it is not ideal score, Muskan. It is less than the cutoff. That is one part. Secondly, at this stage, I would say it is good because in the next 6 months you should appear around 20-25 mocks. There the improvement will happen if you do the proper analysis, right, Muskan? But at this stage it is a good score. Okay. Mocks ke analysis mein, I think one important thing that, yeah, just take a look. I have already shared this. There are 800 students who clear the cutoffs and are called. This is for 2024 exam. 2024 exam, 800 students were called for 150. 150 seats were there. Okay. The final merit list is based on the total score of written test plus interview performance. Sara cheez mila ke, right? And that is why I said, getting as high as possible score in written test will always be handy, will always be helpful to make sure that the chances of your final admission increases. So just clearing the cutoff, just clearing the cutoff may not be, there is nothing like safe. There is nothing like a safe score, right, Mushkan? So you have to keep working and keep looking for the weak areas, keep revising them so that in the next mock you can do something better than that. Okay? Analysis hai, aise? Analysis in the next slide, I'll explain that. Right? So as you say, there is no definition or there is no safe score. There is no set safe score. Alright? Okay. Just take a look at these topics. These are the topics that I was talking about, the core science topics. There are no questions on them. इनमें से किसी के ऊपर कोई भी question नहीं आता. Trigonometry is there, basic trigonometry is there, inverse trigonometry is not there, derivative is not there, differential equation, 3D geometry, vectors, limits derivative, integration differentiation. These are the topics from which no questions are asked. Now, I remember in the initial years, there was a couple of questions of integration. Right? In the initial years, 2011-12 mein, bus. After that, they realized their mistake and they made the necessary changes. Is that clear? Yes. Can I see some messages? Okay, again, I need to take a breather. Tell me if there is any question till now. Essay analysis, I am going to come in the next slide. Before that, is there any question till now? Anyone has any question? You can ask in the chat. And the video is gone. So let me see what I can do. Don't worry, it will come back. We'll carry on with the session. Yes, it is there. Yes, Earth. Now correct. ठीक है. Don't worry about that. Yup. Okay. Ciao. Look at, I mean, this is the this is the services, the list of services that we do. More importantly, I will be teaching you maths, higher maths. I always talk about them separately so that the idea is very clear. My name is Raj. I have been teaching for 24, 25 years. Myself, I have appeared in CAT many times and I have scored 100 percentile in CAT. Now why I'm talking about CAT? Because CAT is the mother exam of IPMAT. Okay? And there getting 100 percentile is a good thing, I suppose. So and I never work on anything which is hi-fi. I always work on the basic concepts, and with basic concepts I have been able to get 100 percentile only. And if I can do that, anyone can do that. Now tell me, how many of you scored more than 74% in 10th? How many of you scored more than 74% in 10th? I got 74% in 10th. I was not born with mathematics knowledge or mathematics supremacy. But now, over a period of time, with lot of work, lot of practice of questions and going through the very basic details every time I have to take a class, I go through the details of the questions and the processes involved. What I need to speak in the class, what I need to explain so that children are capable, or they become capable of understanding if they are not so good, and so on and so forth. Okay? So what is important to understand in my story is that anyone can get through. Anyone can get through if you stop searching for the methods and start working on the methods. The biggest trouble in today's generation is that you keep looking for the methods, you don't work on the methods. देखो 80%, 90%, बाप रे क्या score है? Yeah? Most of the time we just keep looking for strategies and processes and methods कि कोई बता दे. पता है हमारे दिमाग में क्या चल रहा होता है? Whenever we ask someone, we feel that somebody will tell me a statement and I'll follow that and I'll clear CAT or IPMAT. That is not possible, मेरे बच्चों. In practical life or in any situation, you know that it is not possible. Am I right? If one of you wants to become a cricketer or singer or anything, did you realize that it was always very difficult just because there's a lot of work required to be done? There could not be one line method of doing any one of those things. Am I right? If I'm right, please tell me. If I'm wrong, please tell me. Yeah. Manu, I think we can check that on the website. Information part is something that is very trivial. वो कहीं से भी ढूंढ सकते हैं बेटा. I am not sure about what is the percentage criteria exactly कितना है. Okay मनु? बहुत गुस्से में क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है मनु. नहीं ऐसा नहीं. Just understand that this is information part, है ना? I am more concerned about the work part. ठीक है? Am I clear, Manu? My agenda as a teacher, as a guide, is making sure that you start working on the things. ठीक है बेटा? Okay? हाँ. All right. What we do, you see, there are, see, the सबसे ज़्यादा जो हमारा है ना, student specific work that we do. If somebody is not good with maths, there is non-maths QA. This will help the children. So this is like below the basics wala part. A revision of 6 to 10 standard with questions, with theory and so on. Okay? Those who are not good with VARC, English. So for beginners way of solving IPMAT VARC, for those weak in English, this is a part of the program. So you'll be getting all that. Am I connected? My video is not moving. So I think it is not connected. The timer is moving, but the video is not moving. Screen frozen. Yes, I can see that. But can you hear my voice? Screen is frozen, but can you hear my voice? Yeah. See, how you react to any situation, that also defines you. How you react to the situation, that also defines you. For example, a lot of times people get frustrated. कि अरे क्या हो रहा है यार, स्क्रीन बंद हो गया, स्क्रीन फ्रीज हो गया. मेरे सामने ऐसी कोई समस्या आती है तो मैं हंसने लग जाता हूँ कि अच्छा, okay, let's see what other things can I do. You know, for me the challenge now that if I'm not visible to somebody, can I communicate exactly the thing that I want to communicate? Can I communicate exactly what children need to do, not what they want to hear? Am I making sense? Do you understand the difference between what need to hear and what want to hear? Do you understand the difference between these two things? Do you understand the difference between the two things? हम क्या सुनना चाहते हैं और क्या सुनना हमारे लिए जरूरी है? मैं तब तक इसका चेक करता हूं क्या प्रॉब्लम है. Yes, do you understand the difference between these two things? ज्यादातर केसेस में, most of the times, we want to hear things which, by which we feel good. In most of the cases, we want to hear things which makes us feel good. है ना? And it is not possible. Earlier you understand that, better it is for you. I don't know what happened to the screen. I'm doing everything that is possible, but it's not showing. Okay, but anyways, I'll keep speaking. Just listen very carefully. Rita, anybody from the support team of iQuanta, go to the iQuanta website, call somebody. The number would be there. They'll give you all the information, बच्चे. और कोई WhatsApp number भी होगा website पे, उसको करो. ठीक है? See, yeah. Most of the times it happens. Not most of the time. Sorry, huh? Every time it happens. What makes you feel good? Okay, I think the screen is back. Is it? The screen is back. Yes? Yeah. Every time exactly the same thing is going to happen in your life without any exception. हमेशा ऐसा ही होगा. आपको सुनने में जो अच्छा लगता है, जो आपको देखने में अच्छा लगता है, हमेशा आपको वही मिले ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है. सॉरी, ऐसा नहीं ही होगा. You will get what you deserve. Okay? So work on what you deserve. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? Right? Even after making sure that you deserve, there is a competition of that, 150 out of 40,000. So beyond the point, for me, this becomes a joke. I'm talking about strictly the mindset and psychology. Right? ठीक है, अभी इसको देख के अभी डरने का नहीं, हंसने का. Okay, fine. We will try to make sure that we are one of those 150 people. Can we do that? है ना? ठीक है? Okay. Yeah, so the one thing that I was also said earlier, the books and the mocks. Okay, books is one part and the mock platform with the analysis. Okay, the analysis is, there's a lot of hard work has gone into creating that platform for analysis of mock test. You come to know about your weak areas and all those things, but what is important is कि आपको 4-5 घंटे एनालिसिस नहीं करना होता. 15 minutes, 20 minutes is good enough to understand what you have done in the exam and what you need to do further. There is no such platform as of now in the country. This is precise and this gives you the action plan for the next thing. So somebody was asking about the mock analysis. This is what it is. हाँ बच्चों, समझ आया? किसने पूछा था mock का? The analysis will tell you what exactly you need to work in the next 1 week, in the next 1 month, and in the next 3 months, whatever time is left after that. One thing that I add about the analysis of mock, एक चीज समझो, the mock tests always have good questions because they are mostly either our mock tests are either equivalent to IPMAT exam or slightly above. Okay, so if you have appeared in the mock, more than analysis, I mean you do analysis, whatever is there, you have to solve every question, so that if that question or if any one of those questions reappears, because in mathematics there is a very high chance of the questions reappearing. Listen very carefully. In quantitative ability section, there is a very high chance of questions reappearing in the exam. Whatever we do in mocks, whatever we do in class and so many things. Okay. So make sure that you solve every question very clearly and make sure that they become your own. कि अगर उनमें से कोई क्वेश्चन दोबारा आएगा तो I will not face any trouble. And keep doing that for every mock test. So by the time you finish your 20 mocks, okay, you would have done 20 into 45, 900 great questions. मैं इसलिए तारीफ नहीं कर रहा हूं कि सिर्फ हमने बनाया है, इसलिए बोल रहा हूं कि वो एक्चुअली हैं. On the basis of our past experience, I know that these are the questions that if anybody does properly and it goes there in their mind, it will be extremely helpful. It will be a complete mirror image of the actual IPM exam. And one most important part, all our tests are accompanied with video solutions. Again, this facility is not provided by any other platform. And again, the screen is gone. And I am very ecstatic about it because there is a problem to handle. As I said earlier, there will always be troubles. There will always be problems. Important is, am I continuing with my intent of the work of the moment? For example, for the moment, my intent is to give you information about all sorts of things that I can give. And I will do that whether the screen is working or not. Anyway, so can I see some response? Are we together? I'm just trying to fix it, trying to correct it. Yes, children. The screen is gone, but I am just trying to fix it. Even if it doesn't fix, I'll keep speaking about the points, the things that I have to share, that I have to mention. Also, in the meantime, by the time I am visible again, you can ask your questions. Yes? Just a second. Am I visible now? No, I don't think I am visible. Yeah, just hold on. Yeah, in the meantime, if you have any question, you can type, because I don't know why it should have happened. It should have happened by now, but it is not happening because it has decided to trouble me. And I'm okay with that. No, it is still not working. Okay, now it is. Is it, am I visible now? I don't think so. Nope. Okay, no problem, no problem. Let me see, let's wait if this comes back. What I'll do is I'll just go to the conclusion and I'll answer the question like we do in podcast. So don't worry about it. Is it okay? I'll answer your questions now. I am done with most of the information that I wanted to. Aditya, I couldn't write the exam. Okay, chalo, I'll answer your questions, my darling children. I am so sorry for this technical issue. But I hope you understand. Please respond on this. Respond in the chat box. Do you understand what I wanted to share with you? It is not about the technical information. Everybody has given, every institute has given the technical information on their websites, ki cutoff kya hota hai, and so on and so forth. I always want to talk about the intent of the work that you wish to do. You know, the comparison of the outcome that you want and the effort that you put. Does that make sense? Or did that help you in the last 1 hour? Did you understand that? है ना? सिर्फ उसके बारे में सोचो कि आप कितना काम कर रहे हो. Just think about what is the work that you are doing. Okay? So now I'll conclude the session. I've shared all the information. Anyone who wants to join our course, you're most welcome. Just go to the website and send a message on the number that is given there. Now I'll take up the questions. Earth says, what I am doing is doing a mock, and the part where I feel weak, I do that with all dedication. But still I feel I'm not going in the right direction. Earth, this is the right direction, मेरे बच्चे. जो आप कर रहे हो, that is the right direction. समझो इस बात को. Just point ये है that you don't leave doing that. Are you getting my point? Don't leave doing that. Last दिन तक, एग्जाम वाले दिन तक ये काम करते ही रहो. And do that with every mock. Do that with every exercise. Do that with every chapter, every topic. every day. Do you hear the energy that I have in my voice? कि क्या ही सोच होनी चाहिए, and remember that ultimate ratio. Yeah, I think it is there now. Yeah, it is there because of our sir Aditya. No, but it's not streaming. It will be visible. It will be visible. Yes, Earth, have I answered your question? Essay 1. So this is how I am analyzing marks. I am writing down the questions they asked from different topics and then solving the questions I didn't attempt or got wrong. Is it correct way? Absolutely perfect. See, essay is very simple. What you're doing is absolutely perfect. Just I'll say the same thing that I answered in Earth's question. Continue doing that till the last exam, till the day of exam. That's what is important, and do not lose consistency in between. If there is a target of 30 questions, 40 questions in a day that you have decided, you have taken up, make sure that you do that on that day itself. Varna nahi soenge, varna khana nahi khayenge. So again, the screen is gone back, but don't worry about that. I'll keep answering your questions. Essay, have I answered your question? Yes. Any other question, my children? Any other question? I am Sirmaur. Okay. What about I am Sirmaur, Gaurav? And so doing all questions in mock takes me 6 hours to develop a strategy to solve such questions in less time. No, don't reduce, increase it. Earth, don't reduce that time. And why are you counting the time? Earth and everyone, stop counting the time. Just make sure, suno bacha, fir se. Just make sure that if that question appears again in your life, I mean, just bolne ke liye bol raha hu ki life, ultimately the work is only for next 6 months. Do not try to reduce that time. Okay, just focus on that fact that it goes in your mind. Okay, Earth, I hope you understand. Gaurav, I do not understand, bacha. I am Sirmaur, yes, it is there. And BMS program, yes, it is there. Cars, honey. What is your question, बच्चे? अब क्या तैयारी हो सकती है? तैयारी पढ़ाई से होती है? हाँ ठीक है ना, नहीं अर्थ, आई एम जस्ट सेइंग, आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग यू वेरी क्लियरली, डोंट काउंट द टाइम, आप अपना सॉल्व करो बस, ठीक है? कितना भी टाइम लगता है, कितना भी टाइम लगता है, व्हाटएवर टाइम इट टेक्स, यू जस्ट कीप सॉल्विंग इट विद द सेम इंटेंट विदाउट गेटिंग फ्रस्ट्रेटेड. नेक्स्ट मॉक में वापस खराब होगा, फिर से दोबारा करो, नेक्स्ट मॉक फिर से खराब होगा, फिर से दोबारा करो. आई मीन जस्ट कीप डूइंग दैट, राइट? That is what will make you a better manager. Yeah? ठीक है? I hope I have answered your question, Earth. Yes. Anything else? Any other question? Chilaka says this session helped a lot. Thank you, Chilaka. What else can I answer? What else can I answer, my children? I am from non-maths to solve questions is taking too much time to improve. Cutie spot. I mean, I don't know. ये कैसा नाम है? असली नाम डालो ना यार. You should never be afraid of anything. Okay. Anyways, see, you're already saying that you're from non-maths, right? And you're going to compete with the people who have studied maths, who are interested in maths, who like maths. So what should you do? What should you do? Will it be, possible to put a time frame to that? Nahi na. What can you do is, you can go through topics one by one, right? Cutie spot, do it one by one. You cannot look for a medicine, you cannot look for an injection. ऐसे सुबह उठ के डेली 1 घंटा एक्सरसाइज करेंगे हो जाएगा. नहीं, that is not going to happen. But if you keep working on that constantly over a period of time, let's say 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, you will be able to cross your own abilities or increase your own abilities, right? Cutie spot, I hope you understand that. Aditya goal, I have to devote most time to IPMAT. That's good, Earth. Just keep working on that. Daily task are clear, but it is hampering my class 12th. See, somewhere you need to see that class 12th, whatever time it requires, there also you have to give. And IPMAT has its own requirement, there also you have to give. So, just extend the study time and stop wasting time on anything else which is not related to any of these two things. Right, Earth? If there is anything which is not related to either your IPMAT preparation or your class 12 studies, don't do it. Okay? I hope that helps. I am feeling very demotivated to study, Aditya says. the VA part of IPMAT. I cleared the essay and MCQ cutoff of quant this year. What to do? Aditya, I think then you need to spend a little more time on that. See, the motivating factor for you should be कि अरे एक section तो मैं already clear कर सकता हूँ या कर चुका हूँ एक बार. So that should be a big boost for your confidence. हाँ बेटा, ठीक है? तो you have to understand that not everybody is good in VARC section or English section. Just keep working on the जैसे non-English वाले में ना, there are a lot of reading comprehension explained, vocabulary explained, and how to prepare them, what to read, everything is explained in that. Okay, I have to go in IIM Ahmedabad. What I have to do? IIM Ahmedabad is not through IPMAT. For that, you need to appear in CAT exam after graduation Exploring Hub. Okay, I have answered your question, Exploring Hub. QT says thanks sir. If I have to go to Acha. Which paper I have to give? CAT. I have already said that. Sir, I don't do anything else. Okay, Arth. Then don't worry. Then you just keep doing. See, if you are already hitting your limit, just continue with that hitting. Right, Arth? Whatever time if you have, if you are already giving it to, wholehearted, then don't worry about it. फिर result भी कैसा आएगा वो भी नहीं सोचना. This is one, okay, good that you said. I think this is also very important to understand, my children. नहीं आया result, तो क्या करेंगे? पूरी मेहनत पूरी ईमानदारी से किया, and if you still not going to make it, or if you're not making it, so what yaar? Remember the problems, how to handle the problems. Yes, be happy about what you did, what efforts you put, and be proud of that. So make sure that you be proud of that. बाद में ऐसा न लगे कि यार थोड़ा ज़्यादा पढ़ लेता तो अच्छा होता, नहीं, ऐसा लगना नहीं चाहिए. Am I making sense? Please respond on this and tell me if I am audible and understood. ठीक है, एक एग्जाम से मेरा लाइफ थोड़ी डिसाइड हो जाएगा. और even if you pass out MBA, if you pass your MBA from IIM, do you think the life is going to be very happy thing after that? Possibly नहीं है ना. Look at your parents, look at your elders in your life, in your family. Are they very happy? So don't go on that. That is a entirely different area altogether. Work-life balance, work satisfaction, salary satisfaction, and all those things that will come later on. The office politics, companies here and there, competition. So all bullshit things will happen after that also. So don't worry about that. This is one good way of making a good life, right? Of creating a good life, doing MBA from an IIM. And a good opportunity for you that you are getting that opportunity immediately after your 12th standard at the age of 17, 18, 19, 20, whatever you are. Okay, so you save a few years of your struggle. That's the best part about it, and that is why you should put a lot of effort into it. If it doesn't happen, bullshit yaar, ठीक है, कुछ और करेंगे, अच्छा करेंगे. See, understand the psychological part of it. I did a lot of effort and I did not make into one thing. Okay, so at least I know that I'm capable of making an effort. Am I making sense? Yes? No? Anything? Did I make sense with the last statement? अरे एटलीस्ट ये तो पता चलेगा मेहनत करने के काबिल हूं, कहीं ना कहीं कोई ना कोई रास्ता तो ढूंढ ही लूंगा, है ना? Yes? Chilaka, did you understand the शायरी that I just ठोकोफाई? Just want a skill set from IIM and then go for a startup. Fantastic idea, Harth. Rishit, where can I get questions to practice for quants resource? Rishabh, explore the iQuanta IPMAT website. There will be a lot of things that you will find there. All past year questions are already there, 10 years ka, okay? And if you register for the books, you will get IPMAT books that we have. That will be a good source of practice. Exploring Hub, I have already answered your question. That is CAT exam. Okay? ठीक है? Yes, children, tell me if there is anything else that I can answer for you. So I am done with my session. Always remember that your job or your limitation, दोनों तरफ से अब देखो, आप सिर्फ काम कर सकते हो, काम पे फोकस करो, ठीक है? इधर उधर की बेकार की बातें, फालतू चीज़ें, इन्फॉर्मेशन वेबसाइट से ढूंढ लो, है ना? All that is there. Don't worry about the information. Try for the best, right? IPM Indore exam is the toughest exam, so to say. So if you are targeting that, कहीं तो आएगा, ठीक है ना? Right? Yes. Anything else that I can answer? Anything else that I can answer now? I'll just take a look now that the camera is working. Yeah, so this is about, yeah, मेरे ही बारे में लिखा है, okay? So it's important to understand. For example, जैसे हमारा जो ग्रुप है, कम्युनिटी ग्रुप है, जिसमें हमारे enrolled बच्चे this year and last year. So the last year students are already studying in IIM Indore, IIM that Rohtak and other places, right? तो अभी रहने देते हैं आदित्य, हाँ अलजेब्रा क्वेश्चन अभी रहने देते हैं, ठीक है, या सो व्हाट हैपेंस, दे शेयर देयर एक्सपीरियंस of how they prepared and how, what helped them to get success. So that is one very big advantage. There is a huge number of people who went into IIMs from iQuanta, okay, last year. So all those people are still a part of the group of the new students. So they keep helping you. Then there is like continuous doubt support. So अगर आप आधी रात को भी क्वेश्चन पूछोगे तो there will be somebody to answer your doubts. This is what at least the effort is, okay. Arithmetic has different topics, right? One line that I have always said in the class of arithmetic is that focus on the real life situation. हमारी जिंदगी में चीजें कैसे होती हैं, percentage change, profit loss and so on. How should a non-math student approach higher maths? Slowly. Sneha, answer is first thing, slowly, okay, one by one, in parts with smaller targets. Right, Sneha? In one line, I have answered your question, bacha. That, okay, again camera gone, don't worry, I'll keep speaking. So, Sneha, to answer your question, is very simple. Slowly, one by one, in parts with smaller targets. Right, Sneha? This is what you have to focus on. Okay? Alright, anything else? Any other question? Any other question? How to maintain consistency for practicing quants? Rishit, how to maintain consistency in getting 2 lakh rupees per month? Can you answer that? At the age of 24, how to maintain consistency of getting 2 lakh rupees per month without any trouble? अच्छा, मैं ये अच्छे से बोल रहा हूँ बच्चे, मस्ती में बोल रहा हूँ. Can we think about that? I think that is a good enough reason to work consistently as of now. Right, Rishit? Did you understand what I just said? अगर मुझे एक कंसिस्टेंट इनफ्लो चाहिए तो उसके लिए कंसिस्टेंट एफर्ट या आउटफ्लो भी लगेगा, है ना? डिड दैट मेक सेंस, रिशित एंड एवरीवन? ओके, सो ये जो चीज है ना, दिस हैज टू कम फ्रॉम इनसाइड. एनी मोटिवेशन हैज टू बी ऑफ योर्स, ठीक है? इस तरह का कोई भी मोटिवेशन जो है ना, वो आपके अंदर से आना चाहिए, ठीक है? या सब बहुत ज्यादा इधर उधर टेंशन नहीं लेना है यार, सिंपल सी बात है, पढ़ाई करो. द सिंपलेस्ट थिंग इज जस्ट कीप स्टडिंग मेरे बच्चों. द मोर यू स्टडी द चांसेस विल कीप इंक्रीजिंग. द मोर यू स्टडी द चांसेस विल कीप इंक्रीजिंग. ऑलराइट, सो आई थिंक वी आर एट द एंड ऑफ द सेशन. आई नो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ ट्रबल्स, स्क्रीन गोइंग, कमिंग बैक, ओके. आई वुड love to see or hear feedback from you. Please give your feedback of the session. What do you feel now? How do you feel now? Is there any trouble with my speech, my intent, my thought process, my communication? Please mention that so that we keep working and provide better information and better things to you. Yes, so please give your feedback in the message. Also, you can give feedback on the social platform. You can get connected to us on Facebook. There is a complete playlist. Some people were asking how to prepare arithmetic, algebra. iQuanta website के ऊपर जाओ, वहाँ पे arithmetic का पूरा playlist है, जिसके अंदर there are 45 videos which are available for free for everyone, right? So that you can do. You can also get connected on Facebook on iQuanta, IPMAT preparation and iQuanta CAT preparation, ठीक है? Also, there's a WhatsApp group. Yeah, right. How to get access to that WhatsApp group? The link is in the description. Okay, so in the description there is a link. You will find WhatsApp number there. ठीक है? Okay, great session, sir. Can't wait to study with you. हाँ आदित्य, मैं बहुत कड़क भी हूँ, पिटाई भी करता हूँ जो लोग पढ़ाई नहीं करते. I mean, it has to be done like that, है ना? और कोई तरीका है नहीं. अगर डर से पढ़े, मोटिवेशन से पढ़े, कोई बात नहीं, चलेगा मुझे. किसी भी तरीके से बस पढ़ें यार, मेहनत करें, ईमानदारी से मेहनत करें और खूब सारा मेहनत करें. साला हिला डाले बिल्कुल कि ऐसा कैसे, राइट? Somebody should, later on the discussion should happen like, okay, Aditya was, वो सिर्फ पढ़ने में ध्यान देता था, वो किसी और चीज़ पे ध्यान नहीं देता था, है ना. It should be like Rishit should remember that this is how I used to study earlier. So now no other problem matters to me, right? अर्थ के दिमाग में यह आना चाहिए कि मुझे किसी भी तकलीफ से कोई टेंशन नहीं हुई, तो अब आगे ही क्या ही होगी. Am I making sense? Yes? है ना? Yes. क्या बात है, क्या बात है. Alright, I am so happy to have interacted with you guys. I'm not sorry for the troubles we had because we enjoyed those moments also. ठीक है? And I'll see you again. ठीक है? I'll take your leave. I'm going to end the live session. So 12th के स्कूल के साथ कैसे मैनेज करें? Agastya, I have answered that बेटा. I've already answered that. You need to stop everything else. As simple as that. ठीक है? And वही पार्ट्स में करना है. डेली टारगेट सेट करना है, मंथली वीकली टारगेट नहीं करना है. You have to set daily target and make sure that you finish those targets before going to bed. As simple as that. इससे ज़्यादा आप कुछ कर भी नहीं सकते ना बेटा. देखो, there is limitation to our life also, है ना. हमारे पास स्कूल का 6 घंटा जाएगा ही जाएगा. But what do I do after coming from school? So I just take a nap of 10 minutes and then I start working. थक जाओगे, परेशानी होगी, but then the build up, the personality that you will build, the strength that you build, that will be superb, marvelous. ठीक है? Agastya, did I answer your question? तो मैनेज करने का दिमाग से हटाओ, दोनों काम आप ही का है ना. बोथ द थिंग्स आर योर वर्क, बोथ द थिंग्स आर इंपॉर्टेंट, बोथ द थिंग्स आर नेसेसरी. यानी दोनों में काम तो करना ही है ना. राइट? ओके, चलो. सो आई एम गोइंग टू टेक योर लीव एंड आई विल सी यू सून. अगस्त्या, आई एम जस्ट वेटिंग फॉर योर मैसेज. We are going to end the live session now. You can always get connected to me on Facebook also. My name is Raj Kumar Jha. You will find the ID RKJha10. Okay. Agastya, if you can answer once. All right, children. Thank you so much for your patience. Fully motivated now. So kind. So nice to hear that. I'm going to end the session. Okay. Where is the end? Here. Bye. Take care.